And so as we grow, our thoughts begin to expand, our expectations begin to expand, our desires begin to expand. As the world is changing, we begin to change. And so the things that we said before that we wanted has been more advanced. It's what they say, more popping colors, and the houses are made with Alexa's talking and all of these things. But God is saying, I want a place where I can stay and dwell with you. Some people have sanctuaries in their home. Some people have altars in their home. I literally used to have a church sanctuary I built with my bare hands with the leading of the Holy Spirit on the back side of my home. So let's go into the book of Haggai. It's only 2 chapters, so we're going to go to the first chapter. And I know this is a very familiar scripture. I'm going to be reading from the NIV, CSB version, as well as the King James version. So we'll start off with the King James version. It says, now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough to drink. But ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages, put it into a bag with holes. I love this song, but I'm going to turn it down a little bit more because the word is important. He said, you earn wages, but you put it in a bag with holes. That was verse 6. Let's go to verse 7. Verse 7 says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Again, we've set plans ahead of time. What we're going to do, how we're going to do it, when we're going to do it, and then life just happens. When life happens, we tend to change our mind, or we put on the back burner the things that we had in our heart that we wanted to do in our future. We want to see things happen. We want to build a future. And circumstances and changes happen, right? So the Lord says, consider your ways. He says, go up to the mountain and bring wood and build the house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Lord. He looked for much, and lo, it came to little. And when he brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why, saith the Lord of hosts? Because of mine house that is waste, and ye run every man unto his own house. As we have been preparing, as we grow up, we have our dreams of the type of homes and places that we want to inhabit as we get older. And we come in contact with God the Father. I don't know if anybody is like me, but I grew up in church all of my life that I can remember anyway. And I always knew to pray. I knew to invite the Lord or the Holy Spirit or Jesus, the 3-in-1 Trinity, wherever I was. If I was in the bathroom, if I was on the rooftop, if I was in the garage, if I was on the porch, if I was in the backyard, if I was on the bus, if I was in a camp, wherever I was, I had to include the Lord. And I know that where the presence of the Lord is, there's victory, there's healing, there's blessings, there's liberty, there's hope. Our dreams begin to unfold for us, really defining the plan that He has for us. But His grace and mercy helps us to develop our plans and dreams and stuff as well. But the Lord is saying here, you had your plans, and your plans didn't include me. And the only way for your plans to prosper is that I be a part, or I be the center of it. So He's saying here, you've sown, you have little. You pour out drink, it's never enough. You have clothes, you're not warm enough. You go to work every day, you work hard, you don't have enough. You put it in a bag with holes, you lose it, you squander it, you spend it wherever you want to. And the Lord is saying, well, I don't feel like I'm included. Because little becomes much when you place it in the master's hand. God is saying he wants to be a part of our everyday life. Here we are facing a pandemic. We're out of work. We're out of church. Therefore, we're not going into the house of the Lord, and we're not in fellowship with our brethren and our sisters and our pastors and our elders and our bishops. We're not in fellowship. Does that mean that our relationship with Christ has to stop? No. It doesn't mean that it stops. It means that we keep on building. So God is saying, consider your ways. You may not be in a church building. You may not have your heart's desire at the moment. You may not be where you think you want to be in your life right now. Somebody say right now. But God is saying, consider your ways. When the pandemic, God said, I knew before time that the pandemic was coming. I knew that the church doors would be closed. I knew that many of you would have to gravitate to social media or phone prayer lines to connect and fellowship with one another. But God is calling us to fellowship one-on-one with him. Somebody say an audience of one. So he's saying we got clothes, we're not warm. We got drink, we're still thirsty. We got money, squandered it. Look, God is saying, if you include me, there will be much. You got plans on how you want to build your house, who you want to marry, how many children you want to have, all the fine colors, all the designs. And oh yes, God, I want you to be the center of my home, of my plans. Amen. So God is saying, will you include me? Will you acknowledge me in all your ways? I can increase the finances. I can increase the drink and the food and the clothes and the shelter. I can increase those things when you include me. I know this scripture has been preached so many different ways to rebuke people, but this is a word that says God needs to be included in our lives. He needs to be included when we go to work. He needs to be included in our finances. He needs to be included in the decisions that we make day to day. He needs to be included in the relationships that we choose for ourselves. We need to know, God, is this the joker that you have for me? Female or male joker? Is this the neighborhood that you want me to live in? Is this the area that you want me to drive through? Is this the job that you want me to have? God is saying, I want to be a part of your plans because I can show you a more excellent way. Of course, he knows what's best for us. Let's look at the NIV version. You have planted much, but have harvested little. You eat, but never have enough. You drink, but never get filled. You put on clothes, but you are not warm. You earn wages only to put them into a purse with holes in it. Verse 7. This is what the Lord Almighty says. Give careful thought to your ways. Go up into the mountains and bring down timber and build my house. God is saying, will you set aside a place in your home, in your life, in the corner of your thoughts for him? Look, think about what you're thinking about. Have I included God in my thoughts? Have I included him in my decisions? Have I included him in my relationships, in the direction that I want to go in? The time that we're living in right now, in the beginning of this pandemic, we couldn't find toilet paper. We couldn't find different foods. We couldn't find water. We couldn't find disinfectant, hand sanitizer. So many things were out of our reach. But you know what I can recall? I can recall always having those type of things on hand. My mother taught us years ago as children, you always store up for the winter. Good God Almighty. You always store up for the winter in the summer. And so I always had those things. So I had sanitizer, I had toilet paper, I had paper towels, I had food, and I had water. Amen. And so when we include the Father, look, he's saying, will you go and build a place for me? I'll make sure you got the sanitizer. Will you make room, a place of worship for me? I'll make sure you have enough finances. I'll make sure you have enough water and food and toilet tissue and all the things that we have been lacking, including good health. Verse 9 says, you expect much, but see it turn out to be little. What you brought home, I blew away. Why? Declares the Lord Almighty. Because of my house, which remains in ruin. While each of you is busy with your own house. Verse 10, therefore, because of you, the heavens have withheld their dew, and the earth its crops. When we don't include the Father in our day-to-day life, you don't have to be in a church building. We're the church. We go into a building. Amen. When we go into the house of God, we go with a heart of reverence, a heart of thanksgiving and praise, and we exalt him, we lift him, we acknowledge him. We fellowship with the brethren, we say, greet each other with a holy kiss. We keep the Lord included. Listen, because you're not in church physically right now, remember, lay your hands on your heart. I am the church. Amen. The greater one dwells in me. God, I'm tired of lack. I'm tired of worrying about if I have to wear a mask and if I'm going to get sick, if this is going to happen, if I'm not going to have enough. But if I include, you said in your word in Psalms 91, let's turn there. Hallelujah. Glory, we in Bible study tonight. Ooh, in Psalms 91, he says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High God, that's a King James Version, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him will I trust. When we include him, we can say of the Lord. Now, we can't say it if we don't include him. Well, the word says, I acknowledge him in all my ways. Whoo, listen, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge. That's my place where I dwell. Amen. He is my fortress. He protects me. He surrounds me. My God, in him will I trust for the food, for the finances, for the health, for the strength, for the job, for the relationships, for whatever it is that I need. I will dwell in the secret place of the Most High God. But he said back in Haggai, he said, consider your ways. Are you dwelling? Are you dwelling in the secret place? Are you leaning and depending on him? Are you trusting in him? He said we have little because he's not included. We squander our finances. We drink and we're still thirsty. We put on coats and clothes, and weather's about to change, we're still cold. We eat and we can't get full. We'll never have enough until we allow him to be enough for us. And that's make the Father first. I'm excited about this blog on tonight. I'm excited about what God is getting ready to do in our lives now that we are aware that we must consider our ways. Listen, let me tell you what the Father is going to do. Glory to God. Right here in Haggai, the second chapter. Let's jump over to the second chapter real quick because we're just about out of time. Hope you're excited about what you're hearing on tonight. Listen. Glory to God. Let's start at the 7th verse again, just like we started in the first chapter. And I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, saith the Lord of hosts. When we include the Father, let me make that explanation real quick before I read this verse one more time. Listen, when we include him, the world is in turmoil right now. But he's saying, though you are in turmoil with the cycle of this world, I will make sure that you have more than enough. Listen, I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house, say this house, with glory, saith the Lord of hosts. This is when we include him. Listen, the silver is mine, the gold is mine, saith the Lord of hosts. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world, and all they that dwell therein. When we dwell in the secret place of the Most High God, and when we consider our ways according to Haggai 1 and 7, when we consider our ways, listen, and we include the Father. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, and all of these things will be added unto you. He says, the glory of this latter house shall be greater than the former, said the Lord of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, said the Lord. When we include him. When we say, God, I don't know what's going on. When we say, Lord, I'm confused. Lord, it just don't seem like it's enough. Lord, I go here, I go there, I go everywhere. And I repent for not including you. And I thank you that now that I have included you, I repent for it. I turn, and I want you to be a part of every plan in my life. Here we go, God. You promised in your word. Call him back to his word. You promised that the glory of my latter house shall be greater than my former. Glory to God. I'm going to have more than enough. So I was hungry and I couldn't get full. I was thirsty and I was still thirsty. I had drink and I was still thirsty. I had clothes and I was still cold. I had money and I couldn't figure out where it all went. But now that I have included you in my life's plan, the glory of this latter house shall be greater than the former, saith the Lord of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, says the Lord of hosts. He wants to do it. He wants to be a part of our day-to-day life. You may not be in the four walls of a church, but remember, you are the church, and you take it into a four-wall building. Continue to trust God. Continue to lean not to your own understanding. And most of all, remember to include him in your day-to-day life. Why? Because he loves you. And so do I. God bless you all. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Juan Lee. I'm a transformational speaker, thought leader in the power of love, and author of Love Made Simple, the guide to inner peace, contentment, and success. I'm also the founder and executive director of Clear Journey, where we demonstrate the practical applications of love. Love Made Simple. It was basically my journey that was basically having to do with my struggles in life. From a young perspective, when I was 17 years old, I felt really hopeless. I didn't have any desire. I mean, I had nothing. I graduated from high school, but I didn't feel prepared for life. I didn't have a guide. I didn't know what this thing called life was all about. And I went on this journey, and it really allowed me to begin to understand the system of life. And it was love. That's it. And that's the short version of it. But it basically began to show me that everything in this life has a system, and love for humanity is the system of love. It's just like for myself, it's a journey. And what I've attempted to do is to shorten that journey to make it clear so that as you navigate this experience called life, you will have the tools necessary to be able to live a fulfilling life. And that love is the system that allows us to navigate this experience called life in a manner in which we can reach our goals, reach our potential, and gain fulfillment in this life. And how do you get it? By understanding the attitudes of love. When you're able to demonstrate those attitudes of love and realize that we're in this experience called life together, collectively, as human beings, we begin to exercise and demonstrate it to one another that we become one, that what this experience is all about. We're able to reach all of our goals together. That really was the source of the real core of understanding what love is. I grew up in religion and was Christian. I'm a Christian, still a Christian. And it really began to take love and put it into a corner. And it began to determine that love was exclusive instead of inclusive. And that was when I began to understand that love was universal and not just intentional. It just a thing that was very much exclusive to just a few, but it was inclusive to everybody. And it was that power that we all as humans were able to unite and come together instead of being divided. And so in that chapter, there is no right or wrong. It doesn't matter what your personal beliefs are. It's about what we all have in common, and what we have in common is humanity. Denying yourself has to do with being disciplined. Being disciplined. Success requires that degree of discipline so that you understand that you've got to be able to overcome, and you've got to be able to endure to get through to be able to reach your desired goals. And that's where you really have to deny yourself some of those distractions that were there to prevent you from reaching your goals. It's about being able to endure and push through. That's very important as it relates to an attitude of love, is that you've got to be able to endure. One of those things that we talk about in the book as it relates to love and being able to understand what it takes is to really understand who you are and being able to identify that, and then realize that you've got to be willing to sacrifice that which you are, who you are, for the greater good, for the greater good. And that's indicative of this thing called life. You know, we're just passing through this thing. And when we're passing through, that means that the bigger picture is humanity. It's the generations to come. It's what we have to invest. And so we've got to realize we've got to pick it up. We've got to move on. We've got to be able to, no matter what the situation is, we've got to proceed and continue, no matter what it takes. Forgiveness is something that we all have to be able to allow ourselves the ability to forgive, okay? Because we've got to realize that forgiveness is not for the person who's offended you, okay? Forgiveness is for the person who was offended, okay? And that's where we begin to take over ownership of the circumstances and situation by saying, I'm not going to allow whatever has happened to me to be the result of who I am. And so that's why we have to forgive so that we can move on. And that's essential to being able to love, because one of the various things that we do, I talk about in the book, is that love is, once you know who you are, it's about giving with having no expectations of anything in return. That's what it's all about. And that's the best way that we can get to that point, is to be able to forgive those that have offended us at anything, because we're not looking for enemies. We're looking for relationships. I'll be honest, the thing that really began to allow me to see that it was not about me was when I was able to ask myself, who am I? Who am I? What do I have to offer? See, go back to that point when I was 17 years old, had no direction, had no identity, felt hopeless and felt really confused. I didn't know who I was. And when I began to realize through love what it was that I had to offer, and realize what it was that I had to offer was being able to identify who I really was, my authentic self. And that was where things began to be real to me. That now that I realize, it's now that I have this journey, that now I know why I'm here, what it is that I'm here to do, and not have to wonder why things are happening, because I'm in control. I'm able to determine it based on who I am. The attitudes of love are the attitudes that we need to possess to be able to manage and navigate life. And those attitudes are very synonymous and very important to being able to do what it is that we want to accomplish in our lives, because it doesn't really matter. And the 7 attitudes are sacrifice, humility, courage, caring, discipline, responsibility. And the last one is one that we've talked about as it relates to being disciplined, but it's tenacity. Having that ability to endure. Those are the 7 critical attitudes of love that when you put them together in the system, it's tenacity. And it's all about being able to put all of those together so that you can be able to reach your goals. And when you put them together in the formula with life, so that you can come to have your outcome, to reach your outcome. So your attitudes dictate and determine your perspective. And it's from that perspective that you begin to act on them. And it's those actions that produce your outcome. So in any case, without the proper attitudes, you're not going to reach the outcome that you desire. And what love gives you is the proper attitudes to reach your outcomes. Love, being able to subtract and just to take yourself out of the picture. See, when you can begin to dictate, your actions are based on what you're trying to get someone else to act in. Oh, that's powerful. That's really powerful. I mean, that's giving you some really, really strong foresight as it relates to being able to control your emotions, control the way in which you're doing things, with the idea of being able to project them onto someone else in a way that is beneficial, not only for yourself, but for them also. Desiring others to reach their potential is basically myself, for instance, I'll use myself, when I'm able to consider others above myself. That's basically what that's all about. And that's really determining my desire for my actions. Because what I want to do is I want to present myself in a way that benefits someone else. And in how do I do that is because I desire for them to be successful. And that's the gist of it, because it brings me fulfillment. Intent is very important. I think that's something that a lot of us don't realize, that it's important to be intentional, because you have to begin to identify what it is that you're trying to accomplish. See, it's just not things that are going to happen. And I think many times we realize and we think that things just happen. No, things are things get put into a process. They begin to um, move in a particular direction based on our decision making. And it's as though we had nothing to do with it, but we had everything to do with it. We had everything to do with it. And we don't realize that. And so as we begin to look at outcomes, we can't point the finger. We have to be able to understand that these outcomes, we had as much to do with them as anyone else, by putting ourselves in a place for that outcome to occur. Here's the thing about love. Love, to implement those 7 attitudes that I talk about, the ability to know when to implement those is it's a great deal of the challenge, because in a lot of cases it's going to be very uncomfortable. And so it's the ability to be able to endure through that uncomfortableness, that difficult time, to know that the benefit outweighs that particular type of discomfort. So it works. It's not easy. My book, Love Made Simple, is exactly that. It's information so that you understand, and you clearly understand what it is that you're having to do, but you have to choose to do it. You have to choose to do it. You cannot assume that it's going to just happen. You've got to put the work in. And so I can't stress that enough. It's not easy, but it works. Standing up to the challenge is that third attitude that you need, and that is to be courageous. That ability to stand in the midst of any type of opposition. It's that ability to know that what you're doing is exactly what it is that you need to be doing, irrespective of what the circumstances are. You know, you're going to always have resistance, but to know that you have to be able to stand in the midst of it is going to give you all of the confidence to succeed as time comes on, as things come on, and as you begin to find new challenges, because life is full of challenges. And that's what it is. You've got to be willing to stand in that time when the opposition comes. Resistance is anything that opposes you, anything that opposes you. Now, to be able to put it into perspective is to understand, and let's put it into a little sports analogy. If you have 2 teams, you have an opponent, and you have to oppose that person. That team has to oppose you. That's exactly what it means to be an opponent. You have these, they're opposites, they're working against each other, and you have to be able to endure the opposition. Here's the thing. Failure only occurs when one stops. If you never quit, you can never be considered a failure. Just outlast the enemy. Just outlast them. You'll win every time. That's the power of love. Having the attitude necessary to endure, to outlast your enemy. That's a daily operation. No matter what the challenges are, you just outlast it. That's one of the very first components of love, is what I like to call self-awareness. When love begins to ask us to do this one thing, and that is show me me. Show me me. Allow me to see where I am and how I need to show up so that I can be my best self. And that's not always easy. That means that you've got to go in and do some work. You've got to go in and find the things that you don't like about yourself and be honest, brutally honest about that. And in many cases, it's going to turn over some things that you've been suppressing for some time. And so when I say, it's not easy, this is exactly the thing that I'm talking about. Love made simple, but it means that you got to get in there to do the work. And here's the thing, know that you need to go in and do that work so that you can be your best self. One of the things that I like to stress is that we all have weaknesses. And because we all have weaknesses, that we have to understand that our greatest potential is on the other side of that weakness. And for us to be able to get to the other side of that weakness is that we have to be content with who we are. We've got to know who we are, accept who we are, develop who we are so that we can give who we are. That's the important part about knowing self and that self-awareness that I refer to. From the perspective of love, and when I'm able to possess it, then everyone can count on me. Because if I'm operating out of the attitudes of love, you can count on me. That's what we're in this thing to do. We're in this thing together. And for each one of us to be able to possess these characteristics, we know that we connect to one another. And when you know that I'm here for you, and I know that you're here for me, you can count on me. We're in this thing together. And that's what that's all about. It's about knowing we are here together and that there's nothing that I don't have that you need that I don't have to give. That's it. That's why we're here. It's to give our best to one another. The framework for life is the family. The family sets the foundation. It gives us the perspective that we need to be able to navigate life. And when it's successful, it has a tendency to reproduce success. When it's unsuccessful, it reproduces unsuccessful children, connections, and we wonder how we go from generation to generation in the same similitude. It's because of the family. We all have one. We didn't get here outside of one. And so we have to understand the value of that family and what it's intended to do. It's not just to put a roof over your head, put some food in your stomach and some food and some clothes on your back. We have to realize that that's the ground for the development, the nurture, the things that you need to be able to evaluate what does it mean to be authentic, who we are as an individual. It is the most important part of our journey, and is the biggest thing that for most of us it's missing. And because of it, we look at our society today and we wonder why it's the way it is. We've got to begin to take it serious. It's just not about me. See, parenting is essential for the development and the nurturing of the generations to come. And our existence is just for that. When I speak about love, when you think of love and you think of the family, they can be synonymous, because family is the demonstration of love that you can see day to day. And if it's not working, you know that it's not working. And because if it's not working, things are falling apart. Things are not, they just don't work the way they're supposed to work. One thing that I want to do, and I want to interject here, and some people don't really realize this, is that love demonstrates one's motivation. Love is an action, and it demonstrates a motivation. And what we've got to realize is that that motivation does not always have a good intention. See, love gives me my motivation, but it doesn't have to necessarily mean that it's to your or my benefit. See, I can love to do wrong. I can love to do evil. That's my motivation, to do evil. And I have this passion to do it, is my love that I demonstrate. And what I want to do through love that's made simple is to know that this love for humanity is on behalf of another. It's that ability for me to, I want your best for you. And I want to give you my best. And when I'm able to give you my best, you win, and so do I. And we protect and preserve humanity into the next generation. Because there's no selfishness in me. I desire for you to be successful. So that's very important, that we understand that love has so many misconceptions, so many confusing components, because we've allowed people to use it in ways that is selfish in nature. I don't know if you've ever heard, I know you probably have, Michael Jackson's song, The Man in the Mirror. And he talked about, I remember that selfish kind of love. See, those are the things that we've been learning and growing. And he was saying, if you really want to make a difference, you start with the man in the mirror. And that's what love starts with, is making those changes so that you can make a difference into someone else's life. And that's what this connection, this love is all about. It's to connect us one together so that we can be successful. And so it's easier to follow in the footsteps of the foundation is laid than to break out and rank and to pave your own path. That's true. At the same time, what Love Made Simple is about is understanding you have the right to pave your own, to blaze your own course. You have your right to blaze your own course. And that's essential to understand. It's easy to keep following in the direction that you've been going in, but it takes work and strength to blaze your own path.
In the land of the free, have an opportunity to blaze your own path. What about America?
What about America? What about America is, it's taken from the perspective of the challenges that we have in America, racial tension that we have in America, and that no matter what side of that coin you're on, that we've all got to make a change. We've all got to make a change. We cannot continue to be the oppressor and the victim. It's just not going to work. If I've been oppressed all my life, I have a history with being oppressed. If I've been an oppressor all my life, I have a history with being an oppressor. And in either case, no one can say that there's anything that I can't make it through what I've been through, because I have. It's been there, however difficult it might have been, we made it through. On either side, however grandiose it was, they made it through to this point. And I can't hold those that were grandiose at fault for those who had it difficult to go through, as much as it was as I'm complaining for those who had it difficult to go through because I had it grandiosely. we've got to change our perspective as it relates to what it is that we want America to be. And I think until we recognize what it is that we want America to be and not base it on what we thought America was or was supposed to be, we're going to continue to challenge, to struggle in this experience or this experiment called America. We're in a very difficult place. And since the time I wrote the book, we've gotten worse and worse and worse. And the only thing that's going to change it is love. Expectations are things that really, for the most part, causes us to feel, to be honest with you, defeated, because we're having expectations that are unrealistic. So the best thing that we can do is to be able to realize and recognize who we are and accept people for who they are. Not being able to sit back and want something that we want for ourselves from someone else. I think that's probably the very difficult thing that many of us struggle with when it comes to relationships. When we have preconceived expectations without the other one's knowledge or understanding that you have them. And so we've got to learn to realize that, hey, no, we've got to be able to look and see, and what we see is what real. That is what it is. And we can't make anybody or change anybody to be anything other than what they present. That's what unrealistic expectations will leave you disappointed and alone. Well, that's it. There is no need to quit or surrender. I mean, again, we have to realize that this life experience is temporary. And I'm in it to win it from the beginning to the end. And we've got to understand that what we're here to do is to invest into humanity for the ability to preserve and protect it for the next generation. So I can't give up. I'm in it to win it and to stay until it's over. I can't say that enough. We've got to be able to have that ability to want to never give up. We can't give up. We give up. Remember, you don't fail until you quit, till you stop. If you never quit or stop, you never fail. Would I ever run for president? Would I ever run for president? I would really never, ever run for president. It's political. And the thing about it is that I think that one of the bigger reasons that oversight and politics, it perpetuates division. And until we recognize that that's what's happening and realize that, okay, governance is a business. It's a business, governance. And politics is what they use to call it, to persuade engagement into this business. And it's about power. And if we, the people, aren't engaged in it, that's all they want to do, is to divide us so that they can take the least amount of us and control all of us. We will to do it, okay? That's what it's about. We will to do this. We allow people to govern for us because we, the people, are what we've aligned ourselves with. But we've got a lot of work to do if we want it to be representative of a United States of America. I think we're struggling with that right now. The whole reason for me to write the book, because of the confusion surrounding what love has been projected as being in it. And it's been so much it's been cheapened. Love is so powerful. Love is so powerful. And when we've been duped, we've been lied to, we've been deceived, and the people that we thought were teaching us with sincerity and truth had their own agendas, and they made love exclusive and not inclusive, and then put boundaries around it, and it's liberating. I wrote the book to free people, to give us the opportunity to know that there's another way without any expectations, without any, just sincerity. That's all it is. There's nothing in it other than to share, to give opportunity, give you everything that you need to navigate this experience called life, and to reach your potential, and to be and have this fulfilling experience called life. That's it. The thing about it is that we're forced. People are fighting against this illumination. They're fighting against it because it seems like it's like outside of the box. And so I'm really beginning to say, hey, there's another option here. And it starts with your attitude. You have the power to change the way you view this experience called life. You control it. And people realize that no one has to be in control of this experience that you have. And so I just hope that people are able to experience something new and live a life that really depicts who they personally are. Each and every one of us are unique. We are an original, never to be created again, to be invested into humanity for eternity.
You ever seen The Matrix?
Mm-hmm.
We all are the one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting there looking at you, and I'm like, well, he's the one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, yo, we all the one. But you're the one.
Yeah, it's the fact of the matter is that we all are the one. Yeah. And we all have that uniqueness that we all need. Each and every one of us need each other.
The truth is in the light.
Yeah, literally.
Tell us.
Literally. Hey, that saying, that chapter came from something my dad used to always say. And he used to always say, the truth is in the light. And it's really basically that simple. It's what you present. It's what you present. People see you, and that's who you are. And it's nothing that you can say that can change your actions. Your actions speak volumes. This is something I like to share with parents specifically, because, parents have the tendency to say what they should do, what children should do, but their actions contradict what it is they say they should do. My dad was always one to say, do what I say, not what I do. I love my dad. But is that the example that we want to nurture, foster? See, our character means everything, and that's the only thing that no one can take from us. And when we begin to look to our parents, and that is an inconsistency there with what you're saying and what they're doing, that says that it's okay for me to have that same type of character. We have to do better. I say, we talked about the family earlier, and this is a critical part when I'm getting ready to share something that I haven't shared before. And it's meant only to begin to make us aware. And that is that to be a parent, you don't have to be parental. To be parental, you don't have to be a parent. But if you are a parent, you should be parental. And that's that nurturing, that example, that demonstration that they need to be able to develop into who they can and should become. And when the family is broken and you have someone who is not a parent that is being parental, they are demonstrating to that child what it is that they are needing, giving them as much as they can, but it's nothing like what the parent that is operating in that parental position can ever give them. And parents have to realize that. There's something that's going on right now, and they're talking about co-parenting. I had a young man tell me that he grew up in that co-parenting environment. And he was like, I love my parents. They did the very best that they could do, and I love them. They treated me, they did all they could. But the fact that we weren't together, I didn't like that. It's not what I needed. It's not what I wanted. But the child didn't have a say in it. And now it's become a norm that they have this statement of being co-parenting. And until we realize that that's unacceptable, if we want to be parents and understand what it means to be parents, it's a full-time job. It's not I get you on Friday and I have him on Sunday. No, it's the ability for the child to see the example of mom and dad being together. And guess what? Working it out. Working it out. It's just not because I'm here, I'm doing what I'm paying for, I'm taking care. It's not what the child needs. That attitude of love, we have to realize and take on the responsibility that that child is my responsibility. It's at every place. It's when I'm walking down the street, when we're going to the ball game, when we're at church, when we're going to the grocery store. It's learning at all situations. That's life. That's what it means to nurture. It's just not to go, okay, I pick you up. And I don't know how many stories I've heard about waiting for the dad or the mom to pick them up and they never show up. And just the example that you were talking about, the child has no idea that they had nothing to do with it. And it is affecting them year after year after year. And this really goes back to the thing that we were talking about when we talk about self-awareness, when we talk about having to do the work, that you get to be 20 and 30 and 35 and 40 years old, and you realize your own self-worth is based on the fact of sitting on the curb waiting for someone to come pick you up, and they not showing up. And you have to go in and dig that up. That's the work.
The work is.
We've got to stop that work.
It's not.
I think recognizing the fact that you need to be able to get that self-awareness, to understand that no matter where you are in this experience, you can be fulfilled. You can be fulfilled. You've just got to pick up the mantle, pick it up, and decide that I'm going to demonstrate these attitudes in my life, regardless as to what it's going to cost me. Regardless as to what it's going to cost me. See, that's the point that we've been failing to say. We don't want to pay the cost. And until we decide to pay the cost for the next generation, That's what that investment is. See, no matter where you are, if you come to the realization and say, look, I missed it, I'm going to make it better for the next generation. I'm going to make it better for the next generation. I'm going to invest this, me, myself, into humanity so that the next generation gets it. You asked me earlier if I had any children. No. This is my legacy. I'm investing into humanity so that everyone who picks up my book, everyone who comes across this message, be it 100 years from now, that they know that they're important, they're necessary, and they have what is sufficient for the time in which they hear this. That's what this is about. It's basically you will sow something for a future gain. You sow now for a future gain. That's all it is. And when we talk about love and humanity, we're talking about sowing yourself. That's the investment, sowing who you are for a future gain, so that the people that would come across your investment into the future will be advancing humanity because of what you sowed. See, humanity is at 3 phases. It's in the past, it's the present, and it's the future. But the only time that you get to invest in it is in the present. That's the only place and time that you get to invest in it. See, because in the past, they invested their present so that we would be partakers of it in the future. And now we're taking this present time that is going to be the past into the future, so that they will be able to look at the past and say they invested into us so that we could grow, develop, and mature, and to preserve and protect humanity into the future. It's a circle. We all are in it, and it's just a temporary time called the present. We've got to learn to live in the moment and to maximize the moment so that we can benefit from it. With each and every one of us can benefit from the moment, because guess what? Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We only live for the moment. And love allows us to do that. Right now, no worries for tomorrow. The beauty of sacrifice. You know, when we think of beauty of sacrifice, we have a tendency to think that it's negative. But sacrifice is really something that denotes who we are, and so we're willing to give who we are. When people give, and one of the things that I like to think about when I talk about, we get into the holiday seasons and we feed the homeless and we give gifts and stuff like that, and Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff like that, give them food. That's not a sacrifice. You know, a sacrifice is when you pay the cost. You are what you're giving. You are the sacrifice. And it's when you're willing to do that daily is that we really begin to understand what love looks like. See, I didn't realize what love looked like when it takes on sacrifice until I went into the military. The first requirement for being in the military is to be willing to be a living sacrifice. That's your job. At the end of the day, they have a tendency to say you're expendable for the greater good. That's what we want to be. We want to be that sacrifice for the greater good. That's what love is that ability to demonstrate that daily. When you're not aware, when you're not concerned about what someone else thinks about what it is you're doing, enough is enough. It's knowing that what you have to offer you've got everything that you need, and nobody can intimidate you based on what it is that you have. I'm content. I have enough. I don't need more than, I don't have to be compared to anyone. You know, it's amazing because you, I believe, someone who goes after their passion, someone who really knows themselves and knows what it is that makes them smile, makes them feel good, makes them have that place where they're content, they have their needs met, they feel successful. These are things that are internal. And no one can take that from you when you have that joy on the inside from being able to do what just brings you happiness and joy. And that's when you have enough. Don't compare yourself with anybody else. There's not a status that anybody needs to get to or to reach to know that enough is enough. We all have that ability to be fulfilled where we are. Be okay with it. Because I think many of us miss out on these moments that we're having right now. You know, they should not be something that happens on occasion. See, one of the things that I like to do is I'm looking out a big window right now. And I'm so thankful, and I see so many things happening. And I'm thankful. You know, I can't look at a tree and not see life. I can't see a flag blowing in the wind and see that there's life. And understanding that this opportunity is every moment. And know that this is what it is. It's these moments that we should be treasuring every day. Not just looking for and trying to, you know, build up certain days and missing out on the day, today. This is Juan Lee, and I am the author of Love Made Simple, the guide to inner peace, contentment, and success.
Hi, I'm Connie. I'm the host of That's Me Faith and also at the Well Blog Talk Radio Show. I am here to support Tonisha Gosa.
Yes.
We're calling her the Gosa Warrior.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and we know that you're her husband. Would you mind telling us who you are, introducing yourself a little bit?
My name is Ciandre Gosa. I am the husband of Tonisha Gosa. I'm a youth pastor here at Living Grace Worship Cathedral, and I'm just so proud of my wife to support her today.
What is the next step for her?
What is the next?
While you're looking in the background and you seeing her trailblazing, what do you think is next? Give us a sneak.
What is a sneak peek?
Yeah.
I can already say that a sneak peek will be that there will be another journal or another book coming really, really, really soon. This has really sparked a fire of inspiration and motivation in her as well as myself. Okay. So we're going to just take this thing and keep moving forward. I'm seeing more engagements. I'm seeing more interviews. I'm seeing more podcasting. I'm seeing an emergence of warriors around the world that will be awakened.
Okay, so we'd like to give pop questions.
Okay.
Her favorite flower.
Her favorite flower, she doesn't like flowers.
You don't like flowers?
She does not like flowers.
I'm glad we didn't get flowers, right? What's her favorite color?
Her favorite color, pink.
Tell her.
Sorry, pink.
The favorite color is pink. If she could do one thing in the world outside of having her husband, what else would she do?
That's a good one. She's quite a few things, but she's really big on helping people. And so I would really say that her ministry, her one thing is just to help and encourage people all over.
Okay. Will you tell our listeners just how proud you really are of your wife from your heart?
Yes. I am so proud of Tonisha Gosa She's the love of my life, but not only that, she inspires me. She pushes me. She is the fire that I need to be the best version of me that I am. And I encourage everybody that's listening, first of all, trust God. Number two, find that one that he has for you and keep him first in all that you do, and he will push you and propel you forward into your destiny.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sorry to take up so much of your time, but we are so grateful. This is the king of the queen. You all already know who she is, Tanisha Gosa, Gosa Warrior. We also have a giveaway that we're giving away. Her husband has his hands on it.
Have it.
Gosa Warrior 23 is our password.
Right.
So you're going to have to be present between the ages of 14 and 18 to be here and get your prize.
Yes.
So we want to thank the king.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing your
Thank
beautiful wife with the world.
Yes.
We are so proud of her. Can you just give us a tidbit on what you think, how important is journaling?
Journaling is very important because the fact is that the Bible tells us to write the vision and make it plain. We have to write it out. And I mean, whether it's a physical journal, whether it's in your notes, but we have to write out exactly what we want to do. But more importantly, what God has called us to do is so important, because if you don't have it, where are you going to go? If you don't have a pathway or a vision, where are you going to go? For lack of vision, my people perish. We don't want to perish. So we have to journal.
He stole my words. So we want to thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being a part of That's Me Faith. It's going to go live. We're so proud of you. We're proud of your wife. We love y'all to pieces.
Yes.
And I know you
Love
get your
you back.
skates on and keep on moving. So we thank you for taking the time out
Thank
to
you so
interview
much.
with us.
Thank
God
you.
bless
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
This is Dwight Dale, an urban Rastaman, and this is How Was Your Day? Every day is different. My day was good. Today was probably a little bit more challenging than most of my days. Well, no, I won't say that. Today was good. Today was about me staying centered. And from the beginning, I won't say that I failed to stay centered, but from the beginning of the day, I realized that it was going to be a challenge to remain centered the whole day. So I live in a house of women. I have 4 daughters. I have a wife. My mom lives with us. I'm surrounded by estrogen. I'm probably the most centered in the household outside of my mom. She's my focal point. She feeds into me as well. But that being said, I am in a house full of estrogen, full of women. So we have different moods, attitudes, conflicts to deal with, and I probably stay the most grounded out of everybody. So this morning, how was my day? I woke up. I normally have jobs to do, pest control, work, job, appointments, things to do out there. I did not today. Today, my only thing on my mind was preparing to come and talk about my day. For this moment, I'm trying to stay present in every moment. But when you're looking forward to something, you start preparing for it mentally. Some things take up more space in your mind than others. So from the moment that I woke up, I haven't been working out as much as I should have lately. So I determined that today I'm working out. My wife and I, we're great, but this morning, how sometimes in relationships, some days you're just not in alignment. Today was one of them days where we just were not in alignment from the start. And it throws me off. It throws me off a little bit. But I do my best to say no. I'm gonna stay as centered as possible. Everything is temporary. Those are things I tell myself. Everything is temporary. Everything. This will pass. So even the way that I'm feeling, for whatever reason, it'll pass. So I said I'm gonna work out. One of my daughters wakes up. It's summertime, so everybody's home. One of my daughters wakes up, and first thing out her mouth is, "My phone broke." Which now. Just to give you a little backstory on that, everybody has a cell phone. Everybody's tied to their cell phone. This particular daughter, my youngest of 4 daughters, for whatever reason, whatever plan we got on, the 6-person T-Mobile plan, Her phone, of course, is the only one that doesn't have insurance on it. Of course, we found out the hard way. And of course, she's the one that continues to drop the phone, or I'm not going to blame her. That's the phone that continues to break somehow, continues to shatter, break, and it's always at the worst moment, like about to go on a trip. Oh, guess what? So today was another one of them days. Worst moment, I wouldn't say worst moment. I think she came to me with it last night when it was starting to give her some problems, but I was just too out of it and I fell asleep. So I had to deal with it as soon as she woke up, and she was not having it. Now, because we've been through it with this child previously, I do have a backup phone right in the drawer next to my bed. So as soon as I calmed it down for a moment, I was able to get the SIM card out of her phone and put it in the backup phone, which of course doesn't have Roblox and all the other things that her current phone has. So it's not the same, but at least she's still connected to the rest of the world, and it does create new problems. Like, I don't have everyone's number, so how am I gonna know who's texting me? New age problems, you know, I didn't have that. I didn't even have a phone. I didn't even have a, anyway. So she's 10, by the way. So anyway, even though not necessarily in the best mental state as soon as I started my day, I had to deal with this. And this is the regular, and I've already brought myself to the notion that I'm going to have a bad day every day if I don't expect every day to not go according to plan. That being said, I expect every day to not go the way that I plan it. So I flow like water, you know. Anyway, so the daughter who enacted me to flow like water, bars, calmed down a little bit. I got her SIM card, put it in the backup phone, and told her, listen, I'm going to go and get your phone fixed. I got a guy, and he fixes her phone. I shit you not, this must be the 8th time. And when he sees my face, he just laughs every single time. Because, a little bit more backstory, not only is this the phone that doesn't have the insurance on it, but I still owe, because I checked T-Mobile this morning, $152 on the balance on this phone, which I should just pay it off instead of having the monthly $12.50 added to my bill, but neither here nor there. That being said, I got 6 people on the account. I'm doing what I need to do, all right? Anyway. So he's like, look, let me just sell you a new phone. I'm like, just fix the freaking screen, Akbar. I'm not being racist. It's really his name. I hope he never sees this because it's actually not his name. I forgot what his name is. But anyway. Back to the issue at hand here. The phone. So he fixes it. He tells me it's going to take like 20 minutes. And I skipped a piece of my day also. But I did have to bring you here because there is always a solution. And that's what I always remind myself. And that's what I have to remind the daughter. There is a solution. So the phone got fixed. But before that, back up to the moment when I told her I was going to fix the phone. I got to get my mind right before anything. So I got her calm, threw some Captain Crunch in a bowl, and was like, look, Daddy's going to go work out. I got a gym in my garage. My wife, who already saw that my energy was not where it needed to be, she already was in the gym, full workout, already 30 minutes in progress. So she's doing her thing. And I might have said something snarky to her, and she was like, you know what, I'm going to go work out. I was like, bet, you do you, I'm going to do me, self-care. So daughter sitting down, eating a cereal, told her I got to go work out first, I got to get my mind right. I go in the garage, wife is fully sweating, and you know, I'm really attracted to my wife, I can't lie. So I'm a little distracted in that moment, you know. Might also be part of the reason I woke up a little stressed. I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, I see my wife in full glisten mode, listening to her Beyonce. And that's not my workout. I'm more dead prez, you know, Mob Deep. I'm trying to get it, you know, I want to hit the pavement. So I jumped on a bicycle, you know what I'm saying? I jumped on a bicycle. I put in my headphones and told her I'll be right back, and I just got like probably a good 5-6 miles. Just got the wind in my hair, literally. You know what I'm saying? I just tuned out, put on a couple of tunes that I needed to hear, just to remind me of who the hell I am, remind me what I'm doing on this journey, remind me that everything is temporary. Sometimes you just got to remind yourself. And this is like 10 a.m. in the morning. The day hasn't even begun yet, and I'm already in a space where it's like, if I don't get my mind right, I'm going to have a bad day. You know what I'm saying? So these workouts are important to me, and it's important that I get back on that grind. So today was day one again. You know what I'm saying? And if tomorrow's got to be day one again, then so be it. But today was day one again, and today was such a good day one, motivated by that fury. I won't even say fury, but that fire that I had in me from a little bit earlier pushed me a little bit. I worked out a little bit harder, and it felt good. And once I was done, I was like, hey, I'm about to go fix your phone. My wife was like, hey, I'm gonna jump in with you, and we went to the store and dropped off the phone back to where I told you before. Akbar laughed at me like he always does, and our phone was fixed in 20 minutes like it always is. He always has the screen. He expects me to come, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So we stopped at Walmart. We had a little grocery list in the car, and did our parental duties. And for us, sometimes we're just so caught up with the everyday of life that sometimes that time going to the grocery store, going to Walgreens or Walmart at 3 a.m. in the morning for an hour, that's a date for us. You know what I'm saying? When you're parents and you dedicate your entire life to just grinding and taking care of your children, sometimes you forget the reason that you even started and what you got into it in the first place for. So, you know, sometimes even if I'm not in the mood, and my wife's like, can I come with you? And I'm like, all right. And then within a moment, I start taking myself down that list, like, what if you didn't have a wife? What if she wasn't here? What if you didn't? And it's like, wait a minute, no, of course you come with me, darling. Whoa, what's wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to put perspective in your own head, because we take things for granted sometimes, and I know I do. So I got to always remind myself the things that I love. And this world around me is a world that I built, so I can't get frustrated with it. I just got to do what I know I got to do on a constant basis and bring myself back to center. So that being said, we grabbed our stuff from Walmart. Remember, it's summertime, the girls are home, so everything on that grocery list is junk. It's like cookies and, you know what I'm saying, and Takis and whatever else, some spices. I'm like, could you choose some food items? Like, that's your job, Daddy? All right, well, so you know, that's ice cream and what is the whipped cream, because they want to make smoothies and fruits, but it's summertime, so what am I telling them? No, I mean, and a watermelon and some peaches, and you know, because I don't eat certain things, so I'm like, all right, I'll get you the junk, but I got to bring the balance. So I'm gonna bring the cherries and the apples and the grapes and the blackberries and the rest of the fruits, and we got tomato. They love tomatoes, and I got tomatoes growing in the backyard, so we go in the back, and you know, so yeah, I'll get the junk because they're children, but I'm gonna bring the balance in, and they love that too. So got home, my wife's like, I know you got somewhere to be at 4 p.m. Turned out to be 6 p.m. But she's like, I know you got somewhere to be at 4 p.m., so I'm gonna go ahead and put the stuff away, and you go ahead and do what you gotta do. Which was basically, you know, get my outfits together, get my mind right. It's always getting my mind right. Everything that you do is mental, and if I don't have my mind right, everything takes so much longer than it needs to. Everything is so much harder. Things that I execute like that, when my mind's not right, I just stare at it, knowing that it's gonna, and it always comes out, you know, the best ever, but I just stare at it like, man, this is difficult. Like, nigga, what's wrong? Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of that, slapping myself like, what's wrong with you? That's, you know, all of my challenges are in here. All of my challenges are in there. Where was I? So how was my day? Getting ready to go to my 4 p.m. event, getting my outfits together. So I had to shave. I used to be a barber in one of my past lives, so when I finally fired my barber, because funny enough, he has a whole franchise of barbershops. Shout out to Urban Styles Barbershop. What up, Charlie? But funny enough, in high school, I used to cut his hair in the garage, and I don't cut hair that much anymore, but he's got a whole franchise of barbershops, so whenever I did go to a barber, I made sure I patronized him, because that's my people, and that's how I operate. It's the love. It's reciprocal. That's the word I like to use. So, but anyway, I fired him one day when I decided to be free of everything. Like, why am I paying somebody to do something that I know how to do? Like, I used to cut his hair. Yeah, I support his business. However, at the same time, while I'm trying to grow and do what I need to do, I need to do what I need to do. So I went back to cut my own hair and doing my edge, and, you know, I used the Beijing and edge up and all that, and knowing that I was going to be on camera today, I had to do all that. And even though I'm the urban Rasta man, I'm finati up, but I'm the urban Rasta man, you know what I'm saying? So I got to still keep a certain level of, you know, pristine cutting and things. You know, it's a balance. It's a balance. It's like I'm a Rasta. I might grab some fish out the sea, but I'm a city boy. You know what I'm saying? I need Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? I'm an urban Rasta man. Urban, actually, people misconstrue the term and think that it means black. Urban actually means city. So, you know, if I'm an urban Rasta, I was born in Queens, New York. Jamaica, Queens, no doubt. But I am Jamaican. You know what I mean? Spend time in Jamaica and in Jamaica, Queens, funny enough, growing up. But yeah, I grew up in the culture, but I grew up in New York. I grew up in the city, so I'm a city boy. I live in Florida now because it's nice and hot. I can't deal with the snow, can't deal with the cold. I lost my train of thought.
You were telling us about your wife gave you, she was letting you know that she know you got somewhere to be at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, so I shaved.
Right after that, you shaved?
Yeah, I shaved. And that's also my me time, because remember, I'm in a house full of women. So for me to get the bathroom, either to blow it up or to shave or whatever I gotta do in the bathroom, you know, I almost gotta schedule that time. It's like everyone's like, uh-oh, daddy need the bathroom. Uh-oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's 2 in the house, come on. Why everybody gotta be in my bathroom? Like, but I get it. So anyway, but I needed the bathroom, so. And don't be doing nothing either. What y'all be doing in the... Anyway. So they cleared out in that bathroom time. I guess I do know what they'd be doing. That's my time. You know what I'm saying? That's my time for me to get my mind right. I play my music. I'm edging up. I'm shaving. I'm naked for a few minutes. I'm not naked for a few minutes. I'm sweating. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do in the bathroom, that's what you do. That's your time. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's like being in here, just a little wider. You know what I mean? And so... yeah, so I took my time, edged up, and then jumped in the shower and washed up, cleaned up, and then started ironing out my clothes to get ready to go to my 4 p.m. And my wife, who likes to iron my clothes, was like, let me do that for you. She was doing her hair, and I was like, nah, this is my time. I like to do things for myself. This is therapy. I don't have to do nothing else but iron my clothes. Man, you look so much like my nephew. It's crazy. I don't have to iron. I don't have to do anything else. So let me iron the clothes, and I did. Lined up everything that I needed to, and like any time I need to be anywhere else, I try not to rush, but I always end up rushing. And got everything together. Ate something real quick, and
What'd you eat?
sometimes it's hard to find what to eat because, you know, I'm limited in my options sometimes. So I had some leftover egg foo young from the Chinese restaurant from the night before, and some white rice. And it comes with this gravy that you pour on it, but for the second time in a row, somebody threw my gravy away. And there's like 3 patties in there, and I ate the first one. And because it's eggs, I eat it for breakfast, even though it's egg foo young, you know what I'm saying? But I'm hungry. So that next morning, when I went to go find my gravy, somebody threw it away. And I was like, I know we got a can of gravy up in the closet from Thanksgiving, like turkey gravy or something, some kind of gravy. And I found a can, and I poured it on there, and there's another 3rd patty left, and that was the one I ate today. And ate that and poured that in a little Tupperware container, the same little Tupperware container that whoever threw my gravy away washed out the container. So I found it and poured the gravy back into that container. Remember, it's like 8 women in my house. I don't know who, nor is it important enough for me to pinpoint who. So I'm learning to just move on. It's not that important. It's just freaking gravy. But I wanted it in that moment, regardless. The second patty, I poured out some turkey gravy, poured it on, and poured it in the container. I go looking for the container, and that container's gone. The whole container's gone. Neither one of the refrigerators. So, you know what? I got to eat. So guess what? I ate some dry, hot, because I overheated it also because I was busy looking for the gravy. Some hot, and couldn't even eat in the amount of time that I needed to because it's too hot now. You know how things just throw off your timing because it's supposed to be real quick, just eat for a minute, and then... But now I got to take like 7 minutes because it's too hot and I'm hungry. Let's bring it down. So I ate the dry, egg foo young with the white rice. I'm grateful. I'm full still. You know what I mean? I'm good. And then I grabbed a bottle of water and then jumped in the truck. And it's hot out there, man. It's in the 90s out there. It's hot, and I got a couple outfits in there. I actually cranked it up and let the AC blow for a few minutes before I got in because it's blazing out there. And in an effort to continue getting my mind right, I put on some roots reggae music and just started singing along on my ride. And of course, I get interrogated on the way out. Daddy, where you going? I told you, I got somewhere to be. I told everybody multiple times. And it's, where you going? Okay, well, have fun, good luck. So, jumped in the truck with the intention of being clear-headed and coming here. But like I said, I've been trying to stay centered all day, so got my music playing, had to hit me like a thing, you know what I'm saying? And then I was good. And a lot of times, my everyday is just a constant reminder that, hey, Dwight, you're good. You're good. You're good. You know what I'm saying? And I find myself toward the end of the day recapping a conversation I had with my daughter first thing in the morning when I woke up, when she came in all stressed out and my phone, Daddy, and I was like, hey, let's go down the checklist. Did anybody die? Is anybody hurt? Is anything happen that can't be repaired, corrected? Did any of that occur? No? Did you lose anything? My phone. No. Did you lose anything that you can't have back before the day is over? It's stuff. Did you even cut yourself to where there's going to be a permanent scar? None of that occurred. This is stuff. They're things. It's temporary. All of it. You ain't even going to have this phone next year. You know what I'm saying? You're 10. For myself, for my own sanity, you're 10. We're going to have more serious conversations as this down the line. Why am I letting you get me worked up? So I brought myself back to that conversation that I started and the energy that I had to give out during the day, because throughout the entire day, I found that the reason I was frustrated is because I was wearing everybody else's energy. And by the end of the day, what I needed was what I gave away first thing in the morning, that reassurance that you're good. So it did come full circle, and it might even be this exact moment right now where it came full circle. But how was my day? Like I said when I started, I'm good. I'm Dwight, I'm the Urban Rasta, man.
You have an idea, a brilliant concept for a movie that has been brewing in your mind. You can see it on the big screen, captivating audiences, leaving a lasting impact. But what now? How do you turn that idea of yours into a reality, bringing it into a full-fledged film? Get you on that. I got so many women problems. My X chromosomes, they ain't never show up. We come in. We're a team of experienced producers who specialize in turning your ideas into reality. We take your vision and guide you every step of the way, from concept to the screen. And the best part, it won't cost you a dime to learn how we can turn your idea into a motion picture. Schedule your consultation today with our team of expert producers. We'll listen to your ideas, provide guidance on the entire movie-making process, and discuss how we can bring your vision to life. So don't let your movie get stuck living in your head. Take action now and schedule your free consultation with our team. My name is Emmanuel Simms, and I'm here to help you bring your movie to life into the big screen. What's up, guys? It's Overtime Sims, and welcome back to Struggle Meals. On today's episode, we're going to show you the tips and tricks that we use to set up our in-home studio, hopefully to inspire you to start your own cooking show. We love to see what you create. Now, you don't need an amazing boom operator like Amina here, but you are going to need some tools. First things first, something to record with. Now, you can either do this on your cell phone or your camera, depending on which one provides the best quality. Oh, and you gotta get a tripod because people are unreliable. World star! Last but most importantly, not least, your lighting. You can get a ring light like this, where you can sit your phone or your camera right inside of it. And this is really all you're gonna need. Now let's get cooking. But first things first, I gotta change. No, not into this, into my human outfit. Y'all know I can't afford to wear this chef outfit. This shit getting expensive. This is Struggle Meals. Greetings and welcome back, OTTV community. I'm here again, your host, Overtime Simms, for a special episode of Struggle Meals. That's right. Today we're going to be trying some sweet and sassy wings from our sponsors at Meat District. Click the link in my bio to find more meats like this. Sweet and sassy, ready to cook party wings. And what we're going to do is, we're going to just bust this bad boy right open out of the pack. Boom. Drop these into the air fryer. Beepity beep beep beep. Spread them around, cook them, eat them, clam, and call it a day. So we'll be back with moments of our sponsors. Looks like the sponsors want me to be a little more animated. So my question is, how you expect me to do this without an air fryer? Hey, what's up, Manny, my guy? Is that the Instant Vortex Air Fryer 4-in-1? Best fries ever? Roast, bake, reheat, 6 quart, 17 watts? Oh my God, the perfect crisp. The Vortex Air Fryer circulates super hot air around your food and it cooks it evenly and locks in moisture, giving your meal the delicious, crispy, golden finish without all the oil and grease. Now let's throw these into the air fryer. Producers, can you make me human again? And while we wait for that to cook, you can click the link in my bio and see all the products seen here and more in the As Seen on Overtime Simms TV tab. And there you have it, guys. Thanks for tuning into another amazing episode of Struggle Meals. And I'm your amazing host, Overtime Simms. And until next time, don't be asking about my day.
is Audible.
The action. After planning, you have to start doing. I created a new website for myself. I made a new YouTube channel and made most of my old videos private. I put up only music I wanted people to hear. I cleaned up all my social sites. This way I could get a fresh start on my career again. When I hit them, they didn't see it coming, and I was like a whole new artist.
Hi, everybody. I'm back as Connie from That's Me Faith at Blog Talk Radio Wisdom app. We have with me, I am just blown away right now to have my bishop, my pastor, my covering, Bishop Jeffrey Broughton. My God, I'm excited to have him here. This is a blessing, actually.
Amen.
So, Bishop, introduce yourself a little bit.
Well, thank you, Sister Kai. I'm excited just to be in your presence and have an opportunity to do this and knowing all the great work that you're doing. But as she stated, I am Bishop Jeffrey Broughton, Senior Pastor here of Living Grace Worship Cathedral Church, located right here in the heart of Middletown, Delaware, one of the greatest churches in this area, and just excited to be a part.
Will you give us some words of encouragement about Tanisha Gosa?
Tanisha Gosa and her lovely husband, Ciandre, they are our spiritual children. They came to us a couple years ago, and I tell you, when they came to us, they have been such an inspiration and a blessing. When she brought this vision to us that she was thinking about, the Lord was pressing her about this book, we encouraged her. You know, I says, listen, even though that it's a book for young ladies, it's a book for all of us, because we all have an inner warrior inside of us. I truly believe that God has put something in us that we're trying to unleash and to get out. And so that we're always wrestling against sometimes things that God has given us, vision, ideas, dreams. And so I'm encouraged by her that she took that leap of faith and she took a vision and turned it into a reality. And we are here today because she was obedient. And I think that when we get to that place of obedience and that we trust God and not ourselves,
yes,
and all things will work together for the good. And when we put that into action and get out of the boat and move forward, we're here to celebrate awesome, awesome things like that because she listened to the call and the voice and she was obedient.
Bishop, will you tell our listeners how important it is to journal, especially as a man of God?
Amen, amen. It's very important. It's very important because, listen, there are blessings that God is going to continue to do for you for years to come. And we document when there's a prophetic or prophet word from a prophet, a prophetess, or from a pastor or a leader, or just when God wakes you up in the middle of the night. That's the most important. When we're at rest and our conscience is open, God is ministering to us in our sleep. How often times he tells you to get up and do something, you know, or get up and pray, or you'll get a thought, you'll get a vision. God will give you a word. And it's very important that we write those things down, because when we write them down, it's going to be manifested. It's going to come to pass, and you can be able to go back and be able to look at what God said to you and what he's doing for you in life. Secondly, journaling is very important because it captures the journey. It captures the journey of where you're going and where God is leading you, so that those words and those journals that you have written, those books, will help somebody else along the way.
My God. Will you give her some words of encouragement?
Listen, Tanisha, we love you. We thank God for you. Continue to keep doing what you're doing. Stay on the wall. Stay in the will of God. Be obedient. This is just the first. And we know that God has much more in store for you. The second, the third, the fourth, the bestseller, the New York seller. Yeah. It's going to be there. And so we're excited for you. Amazon don't got nothing on you. So we're getting ready to break the internet, and we're ready to do great things together. So we're excited to be on the journey with you. We love you. We thank God for you, and we pray God's speed upon your life.
Thank you. It's my Bishop, Jeffrey Broughton. Thank you, Bishop. We appreciate you so much. Thank you again.
My name is Jasmine Beeks. I am from Elizabeth, New Jersey, and I am the creator of the Noah Can series. The Noah Can series is an ode to my son Noah, and it's about different adventures that he can take as he's growing up, and also have the representation, you know, of seeing him in a book published. As of right now, we just have I guess you can call it the inaugural book where it's just Noah and the different careers that he can possibly have. So whether it's, some of the examples, we have athletes, he could be a chef, firefighter, so all different careers, just to let him know that anything is possible. Noah is my son. He is currently 19 months old, and he is very inquisitive. He likes to explore. He's just, full of life. I feel like he was like the perfect child for me, and I'm happy that he chose to be with me in his lifetime. So some of the stories that you can look forward to are typical experiences that children go through. I get my inspiration from him, watching him engage and explore the world around him. So right now we're currently working on Noah Can Tell Time. I mean, even though he's not, telling time right now, or he's not, working on that specific skill right now, it is something that he's going to come across. And when he does, the book will be ready for him. And hopefully, that's more motivation for him as he goes through those different stages because, it's written. And then also we have Noah Can Ride a Bike. So, all the different skills that he's going to come up with. Yeah, so those are the type of the stories that we will find in the Noah Can series. It is important that he is represented in these books. Representation matters. I just wanted him to be represented. I know now there's like an influx of, different books for black and brown kids. I feel like as he's growing up, he won't necessarily have that problem, like the problem that it was in the past. But, I just wanted him to have something personalized, something that's just for him. Noah Can series can be found on Amazon, and then it's also coming soon to Audible. My name is Yasmin Beeks, and I'm a licensed social worker, a mom, and the creator of the Noah Can series.
This is Tiggy. You have been watching How Was Your Day on Eudaimonia TV.
So Tiggy, how was your day?
Thank you for asking. Hi, I'm Tiggy. My day was nice. It was a nice day. And I say nice because I don't like to blow it up, right? Like it wasn't great and exciting and things happened. It was nice, but it wasn't necessarily chill either where I was just like lying around not doing anything. I felt like I was semi-productive. I made my green juice, got up this morning. I live with my sister. So backstory, my sister and I moved to Houston about a month ago now. It's been 4 weeks. And Houston's, we got a love-hate relationship going on currently because Houston, things move a little slower than my patience can handle sometimes, like the mail system and the utility company. And I got a few grievances, but we'll get to that. I'll get off my soapbox. We'll get back to that. My day, I digress. So I woke up, me and my sister, I made breakfast. So what we make, my sister's vegan, and I kind of on that trip as well. So we had vegan pancakes. So that is, don't ask me what's in there, it's just everything but no dairy. So vegans, nothing with a face, nothing made from animal, no blood, no bones. So dairy-free, bone-free, blood-free, completely clean. So we used that, made some beautiful pancakes. I made it for just myself because she was going to brunch with a gentleman. We don't need to name names. So that was that. And so I made my pancakes. I had my homemade jam syrup thing that I just kind of whipped up real fast. It was mango flavored. Put that on top with the pancakes. It was all right. I was still hungry, so I ended up eating some rice. Like so I did a nice stir fry with all the good stuff in there, the veggies and the rice and the tofu and extra crispy, and it was lovely. So I ate that as well. And then we made juice. We made 2 juices. So we were busy this morning. We made a citrus juice with the grapefruit, the oranges, and I'm missing one, ginger, and something else. So we made the fruit juice. No, I think it was just orange juice, grapefruit, ginger. Yeah. And then so we had that, and then we also made a green juice. Now this green juice was green. It still smells in the house. It's crazy. Like it fills the house with greenness. It's like kale and cucumber and radish, and one other one, collards. So it was extra green. So drank that. Hasn't come out yet, which is nice, so we'll wait on that. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. What else did I do today? Let's see. After that, I really just kind of, I like to have my time where I like to take naps, but it's really not napping, like sleeping. It's more like napping, like it's my meditation period, because that's my gift. I can see things through dreams. So when I sleep, I can see things. So then I burned my sage, clean the energy up, align the chakras, make sure they're open, and then I rest. And when I rest, I get premonitions about certain things, certain people, certain situations. So yeah, I had that. That was nice. And then what else did I do? I got dressed. Actually, my sister went out with a gentleman. So she went out with two gentlemen. So the first one she went to brunch with, she had brunch with. It was great and everything like that. Then she's supposed to meet another guy and his friends. So I was like, okay, cool. I was supposed to go with her, so she didn't go meet the guy and his friends and, by herself, because it's a lot of people, different environments. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go with you that. So here I am, all dressed, all cute. And what happened? Then she didn't message me. Like, she was supposed to tell me when she got there that she was on her way or whatever. She never communicated with me. So here I am, like I said, in my nap zen mode. She's calling me. I'm like, hello? You never let me know what the situation was. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm not staying long. I don't feel well, whatever. So she just stayed there for a minute. They went to arcade. I don't want to judge people, but, I mean, they're older. So we're talking about like 27 years old, and they're at an arcade. I guess it's a good deal, $10. Apparently you can go in and play all the games you want, so it's a good time. But, for your birthday, I don't know. I guess I would do something silly like that. Let me not judge, because when I was 25, yeah, I'd be all in that arcade. So I can't even judge. That's 20s. I'm 31, so disclaimer. So, I had my youth. Like, I know my 25th birthday, I had a pinata and everything that was filled with Reese's and socks. I'm that person. So, what else? Oh, yes. What else did I do? So then I woke up. So I ended up not going out. So then I woke up, and I wasn't feeling well. I feel like I may have been dehydrated, because not like Houston. I'm from Colorado Springs. So like I said, I just moved here a month ago from Colorado Springs, Colorado. And you get very dehydrated there because the altitude is high and it's very dry. You're very close to the sun. So I found myself, but I feel the same way in Houston, but different dry. Like the dryness in Colorado is just like dry, like water, right? Like SpongeBob situation where he's like dying and needs water, versus my situation here where I feel dizzy. I'm just kind of dizzy. So I had to lay down. So I really couldn't go and do anything much. So I had to lay down, drink some water, of course, and lay down and relax myself and just kind of chilled and had some crazy dreams. I don't know what even happened in that one particular dream. I know I had one dream. So I had, like I said, a few dreams. So yeah, one dream I had was when I had to, okay, so one thing I do is when I get bitten dreams. So if something bites me in a dream, usually it means someone either lied to me or is going to lie to me. So usually it's dog, it could be anything, dog, crocodile, shark, a number of different things have bitten me in dreams. Very unpleasant, by the way. So in this particular dream, the dog was coming at me, and I was expecting it to bite me, but it didn't. It ended up licking me, so I'm like, okay. So something I may feel like may be threatening is not really a threat. So the dog ended up licking me. And then next thing you know, I ended up fighting a tiger. Don't ask me what that was about. I feel like it was like it was a weird situation. So next part of that, me fighting a tiger, and like I had the knife and everything, loincloth. It was serious. Like we were going at it. So, but it was all good. Like it was like a passage thing. It was like more of a rite of passage thing. More so. Oh no, that's a dream I had today. Let me tell you. Okay, so the dream I had today too, before my second dream, my second time resting, was about my father. It was weird. We ended up in a dimension, I ended up in another dimension. So apparently in this particular dream, my dad had committed like a serious crime, or considered a serious crime of some sort. I think he had murdered someone or something crazy like that. Disclaimer, he had not murdered anyone. My dad has not hurt anybody. So he's not one man. Nothing's happened. I'm not telling on him, but in the dream he had. And so it's like a what's a ghostwriter situation. So where he saves his dad. He makes a deal with the devil to save his dad. So it came to me like was a situation where I was going through this room. Next thing you know, I'm going down levels. And next thing you know, I am talking with I wouldn't say devil, it was like a council. There was several people, and they were saying, your dad committed this crime. He's going to go away for a long time. You can save him, but it's going to cost you, not cost you, cost him. There's going to be a serious consequence for him. You're not going to know what it is, but you can choose to save him, but you're not going to know what the consequence is going to be later. So it's like one of those situations. I'm like, I got to think about it. And then I woke up. So I was like, oh, geez, hopefully this is not a premonition for something that's going to happen. But yeah, so that was a very interesting dream. So we'll see what that means later in life. I'm dreaming about my grandmothers lately a lot too. One of my grandmothers already passed, and the other one has Alzheimer's, and she's going to be in hospice soon, if she's not already on hospice. So that's been a very tense situation in my home. It's not that it's tense in the sense that it's unexpected, because like I said, it's been a long time coming. Her Alzheimer's has slowly been getting worse and progressing to the point where we had to put her in a nursing home, and now she has to be on hospice. So it's just that build up, but now it's like, okay, now it's kind of coming into that how much longer does she have kind of situation. And so the family's kind of dealing with that. There's that pressure. It's my mom's mom, so my mom is definitely feeling that pressure. My dad's mom's the one that passed just a few years ago, and that was a whole, such a mess. So listen, do your family a favor. Don't get buried with the whole casket and the whole situation, please. It is so expensive. If you don't have a plan, a policy ready for them to take care of that situation, please don't expect it, and have it in writing that they don't have to do it, because they will try and spend thousands of dollars and waste so much time and energy, and there's so much fighting and bickering. All your affairs need to be in order. So before you pass, that's a big thing too. Get all your affairs in order. Who gets what is clearly written and clearly assigned. It's just too much fighting over things. It's nonsense. And it tears families apart when people with influence, especially families that you work so hard to build a certain legacy and have certain things, they should come together, and they should know how to utilize those things appropriately so you can continue to have wealth after generation. But I'm not seeing that, especially in black communities. We're missing that because we're too busy bickering over a few $1,000s, a few $1 million, whatever. It's just things. It means nothing. A few property here. Just ridiculous. So please, get your affairs in order. Write it down. We're in the time, day, and age where everything has to be written down. That is law. It has to be written. It has to be on the paper, pen to paper. So please, that's my big disclaimer there. So, but my grandmother doesn't have anything to fight over, so there will be none of that. So, but she lived a beautiful life, though. I gotta get my grandma put her on a soapbox a little bit, because she lived a beautiful life. 9 siblings, 5 children. She was Mary Kay elitist. I mean, she could sell Mary Kay to a man, overweight, middle-aged man. She would sell him Mary Kay. Like, she was that good. She just walked, her line was, oh, your skin looks so nice. What do you use? Bam, you're in there. As soon as you talk to her, it's a wrap. You're buying a whole package set. She even got the car and everything. You like the pink Cadillac? My grandmother got the pink Cadillac. She ended up not doing the Cadillac. She ended up doing a Grand Am, a red Grand Am instead of the pink Cadillac, but she still got a car from Mary Kay because she was that good. She was that top tier right there. So you don't think it's much, but she really, for being a woman from a different country, she's Jamaican. My family's Jamaican. That's my heritage. Coming from Jamaica, being brought up by the Kennedys was actually interesting. She got up on the work program from the Kennedys. JFK had been shot already by that point, but the family still needed the help or whatever. So they brought her up to assist. She helped with the kids and things like that for a little bit on the work program. Next thing you know, she's in New York. And because socialization is a big thing. Remember to socialize. Remember to teach your kids to socialize. The antisocial thing is cute, but it's not going to help anyone in the long run. Teach them to be social in just about every environment, because she was able to socialize. Like I said, a little woman coming from Jamaica, a little immigrant woman, the way she was able to get a house, one of the first houses in Queens, as a black immigrant. There was no black, it was all Jewish owned. So she had the first little corner house in Queens, had the best yard and everything, and she got it first. Well, they really overcharged her just because she didn't know better. They really charged her too much money. but she still paid less than, of course, you know, what it is now. But, you know, and this goes on to choosing your partner now. So it all, her life just kind of exemplifies like step by step of what to do and what was done right and what was done well, but also what not to do. So when you're picking your partner, be very particular. I mean, very particular. Like, let's get specific. Not just in the, oh, I need 6'6", 6 figures, 6 feet, 6 pack, right? The 666 rule. No, you need to have it be more genuine. Does he speak to you kindly? Does he rub your feet after a long day? Is he thoughtful? Does he remember small things, little things that you love, little things that you enjoy? So find someone does he help you grow? Like, is he an asset to your life instead of a liability? Make him be an asset. Make her be an asset to your life. Help them. Your life is already okay. Let them come in and just improve that life. They just build. You guys just work a partnership, and you just build together and grow together in a beautiful way, come together. So my grandmother was one to grow. She had a house in Queens. She had a house in Long Island. And so she wanted to get more property. She was all about having property. She knew that was important. Having houses was important. But the men she was with weren't thinking about it like that. They were okay with, you know, just existing. They didn't necessarily need more. They weren't ambitious like she was. So that cost her. It stopped her from doing a lot of things and kind of getting to that next level in her life that she wanted to get to, that she's working so hard for. So just be mindful of who you're with. And so now, you know, and now she's in her elderly age. Now she's in a nursing home with, like I said, she has her family that still loves her, but, you know, she doesn't have her houses anymore. She doesn't have her car anymore. She doesn't have, you know, so all that's gone. And like I said, it's New York now. So her house that was in Queens, that was, I think, $60,000 at the time when she bought it, is now probably, what, $2 million easily, like without even blinking, in New York. And it had an attic and a basement. So she could have rented out both things. She could have had like 6 bedrooms to rent out. She rented out the bottom one. But yeah, it's just being mindful of these things. So when you get these things and pass these things on to your children, teach them how to use it appropriately. Educate them on it so they know and they can use it responsibly and it continue to grow and work for them. Land is critical. Houses are nice, property is nice, but land, that's what we're missing. The land. The property is not ours. The property we never really own, because they can say, we need to totally demolish your property. We'll pay you something because the land is ours. We own the land underneath your property. And that's what's happening. That happens a few times in a few different states. So just be mindful of that. Like, you don't own the land. You own the property. And that means nothing, because they could just demolish it and they own the land. And legally they can, because it's their land. You're on their land.
Hi, I'm Brandy Jackson, and I'm here to help you build your actor's brand. And I know you're probably saying, oh my God, is that the GOAT from Percy Jackson? I'm a coach, I'm a friend, I'm that person that can tell you how to build your brand. It's 18 years of knowledge, 18 years of work, giving it to you. A lot of people want to understand who other characters are, but they don't understand themselves. As an actor, your job, and as a brand, your job is to steal the room. How do you conduct yourself in your state of mind? You know, the whole Chris Tucker high-pitched thing, it made money back in the day, but I ain't like that in real life. That's what studios buy into. This will help you at home. This will help you on screen. There are a lot of different personalities on the set. I did it before. It's ridiculous. All these tips can help you in your daily life too, not just as an actor and building your brand. I'm Brandon T. Jackson, and this is The Actor's State of Mind.
Brickfest at all?
Oh, the Brickfest. So that was yesterday. So let me tell you about how my day was yesterday. My day yesterday was awesome. So I went to the Brick Festival, or Legos. So they're now known as bricks, but it's Legos. And it's just fascinating what you can do with little Legos. I mean, you kind of know it, but then visually seeing, like them building whole sculptures of witches and sphinxes, and doing little portraits of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. and from Legos. It's astounding. But what was most astounding was I was there working. So I was one of the staff, and I was working at the Derby, where the kids got to come with their families. They got to build a car as high as they wanted to, as tall as they wanted to, as wide, whatever they wanted to do with it. It was totally up to them. They had 5 minutes to build their car. So after 5 minutes, they gave the car to us. We put it on the track, and they got to race it and see which one won. It was beautiful to see families coming together in competition and camaraderie, but just seeing them being together and being present in that moment and laughing together and joking together and supporting each other. Hey, how about this piece there? And I love seeing that, because my major is early childhood, inclusive early childhood. So I'm all about families and togetherness and everyone working together and coming together and playing and laughing and joking, because people don't do that enough, where they just kind of stop. Parents are just busy working and doing their thing, and as well they should, right, to support the family. But just stopping and taking out the Lego set and just playing with your kid every now and then does so much, does wonders for the child, mentally, emotionally, socially. So I think that was Lego Fest, was a beautiful thing. I also met Emmanuel there. So he was like, hey, do you want the microphone? You're like, you seem like you have a lot of energy, a good spirit. Do you want the microphone, and do you want to do the announcements and everything like that, and do the 3, 2, 1, go, and let start the race and stuff like that? I'm like, yeah. So I was in there. So got my microphone, 3, 2, 1, animated, live, getting the people excited, the energy, like I said, feeling the positive energy and the excitement. Like I said, we're taking it seriously too. Like I said, we had a few people come up to us and were like, this needs to be swapped, that car needs to be swapped this way, because I need to go against my husband or my child. I'm like, oh man, this is not about the kids anymore. But it was still fun. Everyone had a good time, and it was a fun experience. And Legos are a pain, I'm not gonna lie to you though. It's nice, like I said, when you're playing with them and active, but then the cleanup, them little pieces, and like I said, it's a lot. There's a lot like that, and there's the little Legos too. They're not the nice big Legos. They're those tiny Legos that 1-year-old shouldn't be have, because they're a choking hazard kind of Legos. So it was fun though. It was a beautiful experience, and now I'm wondering what the next thing is. We'll see. I don't know. There's a few other festivals and other staffing things. Houston has a lot going on, so we'll see what else I can get into. But that was my yesterday.
So how are you feeling right now?
How am I feeling right now? You know what? I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really good. It's a good place. I'm feeling at peace. Like, even though I'm not necessarily where I want to be in my situation, I don't necessarily have a job yet, I don't necessarily have money coming in like that yet, but I always have what I need when I need it. That's what I realized about myself. So that's why I never stress out about anything. Like, if I need a bill to get paid, some way, somehow, money comes in the way it's supposed to come, to where things can get taken care of. So that's what I always worry about. Like, I want to be a millionaire, but I feel like the higher power doesn't want me to be. Like, he's like, yeah, you're good. You're always going to have what you need, but you're never going to be super rich and wealthy, and that drives me insane. Cause like, I want millions. I want to be rich and wealthy. But no, I feel like I'm always going to have what I need, maybe a little more sometimes, but definitely what I need to make sure the bills are paid, everything's taken care of for myself. Like, I'll always be okay. And maybe that's the next level. Maybe I can have the millions. I'm just not quite there yet in my own discipline, in my own self. I need to take the time to figure that out. Like, what is it? What is my relationship with money really? Is it just a relationship where I'm satisfied with things just being okay, and I know they're going to come, and I get comfortable with that idea? Or can I discipline myself to know, okay, I can handle large sums of money in a healthy way, and like I said, be smart about it, and be disciplined with it, and pass on to next generations and make sure that they're smart and disciplined with it. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I don't want to be a millionaire for myself. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to make money for myself, honestly. It's my whole thing, why I'm here, my whole why is for children. So I'm here for children. I'm here for children, the well-being of children. That's all I care about. That's all I think about. I lose sleep at nights when I feel like I haven't done enough or I'm not where I need to be so I can get to that next level. I want to have the money to be able to build schools in different countries for the children. And then I know I implement curriculum as well. So I know I do curriculum a little bit. I need to get better with that. So hopefully my master's will be more of that, about curriculum instruction. So I can implement curriculums as well as build schools, or just use the same curriculums that work, that I like, that are effective. I've been working in daycare centers since I was like 18. So for years, this is like a 10-year span of different daycare centers, looking at their different philosophies, which one I like, what I don't like, what I want to use, what I don't want to use. So I've seen a lot of different variances that I think will work, but understanding that there's such a need in countries. Like I said, my family's Jamaican, so in Jamaica, there's such a need. They don't have resources like we do. They don't have public education like we do. They have to pay for your school. Most countries do. You have to pay for your education. So now where am I going to find money to get school? I got to pay for uniform. I got to pay for books. So everything costs there. But they find the money. They make it work because school is important, but some just don't have it. Because there's poor. In America, you're poor. But in third world countries, you're impoverished. There's a whole different level. Their poverty is a whole different level from our poverty, our poor. So that's why I realized, and a lot of Americans don't understand that, especially if you haven't traveled, don't really see. You think your life's hard, go to a third world country. Just spend like a week. You'll see that, like I said, no stove, there's no shoes. They don't get to walk barefoot. They have to walk around barefoot, and the kids are struggling, and they, like, sometimes parents are around, sometimes they aren't, or the kids have to work too. They have a lot of siblings. So like I said, my grandma was the oldest of 9. I didn't tell you that, but she's the oldest of 9. So she was, by the time she can stand up and get around the stove, she was around the stove cooking and making sure her siblings were good. That was her, like, that's the thing. They bring up each sibling to raise the other ones. The oldest one always raised. That's just natural. But so she always had to take care of everybody. When she came to America, she filed for all of her siblings. She filed for nieces and nephews. She filed for cousins. She filed for everybody. So that's what I'm saying. That using that one person to necessarily push them, and then having, everyone succeed and everyone work together, but then having everyone succeed and work together. That's the collective. I think sometimes we kind of get in the rat race. America kind of pulls apart, and we get caught up in the rat race when really, had we as a family kind of stuck together a little more, we would have money. Like silly money, like these, like people in Westheimer laughing, smoking out pipes and stuff like that, like filthy money. Like, we would have been good, but we just couldn't stay together and stick together like we were in Jamaica in the the little home in Jamaica, right? So now they each have their own space and their own world, and just thinking about that. So when I implement schools, I want that to be pivotal, about understanding about finances, understanding about social skills, knowing how to socialize is important to me. I think that's having, not just knowing how to socialize, but knowing what to do in social situations where you feel attacked, or where you feel like someone's trying to make you lose your job, or like how you handle and conduct yourself. Because you can get angry, you're right, you can go off and cuss and this, that, and the other. But I read a book, so one of my favorite books is The Princessa. Princessa is based off of Machiavelli's The Prince, but The Prince is for men, how to handle themselves in different situations. So Princessa is for women, because we are different. And so Princessa kind of teaches you how to work your differences. So in it says that when it comes to your enemy, you don't want to degrade your enemy in any way, embarrass your enemy in any way, even though they attack you and say whatever. You want to make them an ally. So in order to do that, you have to be mindful of what you say and how you say it and how you attack them. Because you're still attacking them, right? But you don't have to do it in a way that's so out of control and so, just aggressive. You can do it in a way that's where you just ask a question like, why would you say something like that? Make them stop and think, or I didn't appreciate when you said that. because they don't even, sometimes people really don't even realize what they're saying. Sometimes people are just talking, so you have to call them out and make them stop and think about what they're saying. But without embarrassing them, without humiliating them, without demeaning them. That way, they respect you, and you form an alliance when there didn't used to be one. And you can move forward. If not, then you just leave them alone, right? But if you can form, you want people to speak positively about you. Because I believe, because it's happened to me, that's a whole nother story. It's happened to me where people speak negatively about you, it matters, and it like holds on you like a, I don't know, say like a monkey on the back kind of thing. Like it just like clings to you when people speak adversely about you. So just being mindful of your words. Your words matter, what you say. It could even be something like, oh, I wish so-and-so didn't get this job. Guess what? So-and-so really might not get that job, and it's because you said it, but you weren't saying it in that way. Maybe you weren't even thinking about it that way, but that matters, and it impacts so-and-so. So just be careful what you say about people and to people. Your words matter. So there's ways to conduct yourself. And I feel like, especially in the black community, and I say that because I know the black community, so I'm not just picking on the black community, just I'm black, and so I understand the black community. I can't speak for any other communities because I don't really know very well. So that would have to be someone else coming in for their perspective. But for the black community and for the island community, as far as Jamaican community specifically, they don't know how to always speak. They speak their mind, but they don't know how to do it in a way that's positive, that people will take it in and actually listen to what they have to say. They do it in a way that tends to be aggressive. So then people back off and they're like, oh, no, I don't want to deal with so-and-so because angry black woman, then they get the label, or angry black man, or aggressive. And that's not who that person is. You just pissed them off. But that doesn't matter. That's irrelevant if you piss them off. They don't care about that. They just care the fact that you attacked them in a way and made them feel a way. So there's a way to conduct, we have to start teaching our kids, speak your mind.
I'm toxic for no reason. I sit and I drown. And time seems to fly. No fight in a fight. The demons that surround me now.
A lot of times we get lost in our head.
I'm sad for no reason.
Ruminating thoughts.
My heart made of stone. The bones they are weak. My tears they are scary. And darkness consumes me now. I'm too far gone to reconcile my haunted past.
It's not meditation.
I live with this weight now.
It's grounded. You don't even gotta close your eyes.
With this weight now. I'm too far gone to turn back now. I'll just fight this till light comes around. I'm too far gone. Far gone.
How else would you explain the rain?
These people around me know nothing about me. I could leave them in a spell. Forget everything. I got so many weird problems.
My X chromosome.
I try to stay happy, but stuff keeps on happening.
But you could do it in a way that's well articulated. You could do it in a way that, like I said, isn't insulting or rude or disrespectful. And sometimes maybe you do need to go off on people. That's why I hear. Sometimes you just need to go off on people. But other times it's just about you knowing how to handle yourself in situations. So just be mindful of that and taking that into account and teaching your kids that as well. Because I see a lot of kids that, just like I said, just fly off the handle. Well, they don't need to. That's not necessary. Sometimes they really can it really is just a conversation. Or you fly off the handle at your children. Well, it's just a conversation. Like, a lot of kids are smart enough to understand.
One last question. If you could give one bit of advice to your younger self, what would you say?
Oh, what age?
Any time. You pick the time, you pick the age, and you just say it to them.
Listen, young Tiggy, and we'll go back. We'll say 9-year-old Tiggy, because I feel like when I was 9, I was the happiest I've been in my entire life. Because life was I was in my bubble. I was very carefree. I had a great 4th grade teacher that I adored. So I feel like I had friends, I had a beautiful life at 9. So that was the best age. But I would say don't lose that energy. Don't lose that love of life. Don't lose that spark that you have. Because it will start to fade. So hold on to it and find ways to grow and enhance it. Be around people that help you grow and enhance it. Yeah. But it gets better. You feeling that?
I feel it. Thank you.
Yes. So, thanks for asking the question. That was my day.
Girly rap with the popish twist is what
I would tell myself, Emmanuel, and yes, I'm talking.
I stopped going to day school to help my mom pay bills. In the middle of the year, I lost my job at this organic express restaurant. When this happened, I was devastated. Night school wasn't for me. I was only there so I could work and pay bills. Without a job, there was no need in me being there. I called a local DJ named DJ Momo, who had started an internship program giving high school kids an opportunity to gain exposure to the music industry.
My name is Emmanuel Simms. I am a multi-generational family photographer and filmmaker. Multi-generational family photography is when several generations of one family are captured for either a picture or a film. I first picked up the camera about 10 years ago. I used to teach, and I was looking for a creative outlet, a creative hobby. So I purchased my first camera in 2010. And really over the years, my style has developed with my own life. When I had my daughter in 2014, I started taking pictures of her. And as I was taking pictures for clients and really looking back at my work, I realized that the photographs that I absolutely loved were those with 3 or 4 generations in them, with grandmothers and children and their children, and really just seeing the connection between the generations. I thought it was something extremely special, and that's what I want to create for my own clients.
It's important to me because it helps me feel a part of a bigger group of people. It's our generations of family, and they all have stories and life experiences that they brought to the picture and that led to us being here.
I think it's extremely important for future generations to have images of the people in their family. It is a historical record of people, real people, who lived their lives and who were authentic, who had high highs and low lows, who were strong, who persevered, and who were able to leave something real and tangible here on this earth. When future generations look back at the pictures, I want them to be able to look at those individuals and say, I come from this stock. I come from these people. I come from this lineage. And because of that, I have an identity and I know who I am.
This is my mother and her mother. And I think they were getting ready to do a road trip. I think they did a lot of those. Mom was an only child, but my grandmother was the oldest of 10.
It's more than family photos. I think what's so unique about multi-generational family photos is the opportunity to sit down and to connect. It is about the opportunities for families across generations to come together and to genuinely connect. When you book a portrait experience with me, the first thing that I'm going to do is sit down with you and have a consultation call and ask you questions about your family history, about significant events in that history, about the folks who came before you, about interesting stories. And I'll even ask you to bring old photos. I'll ask you to bring mementos. I ask you to bring items that are of importance and of value to you. And during our session, to have the opportunity to sit down and to share those items, not only with me, but with the folks who are in the room. It's more than just photos. It is a very poignant experience.
Well, congratulations,
Thank
Tanisha.
you.
This is an epic movement for not just teens, but women everywhere.
Everywhere.
First, we want to say welcome to That's Me Faith. Welcome to The Well. Welcome to God's Ordinary People Blog Talk Radio Show. We are so excited to have you and your wonderful husband, Minister, Pastor, Elder, Gosa with us, the king who hails the queen.
Yes.
And so we are so excited to have you. I know you had a long day. You are fabulous.
Thank you so
Your
much.
whole venue is amazing.
Thank
You guys
you.
should have been here.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Your books are gorgeous.
Thank you.
They are fabulous.
Yes.
Honey, when I say you put royalty out there to the world, you put it out there, right? So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
I said keep everything down in 1 minute, but okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yes, I am Tanisha Gosa, and I am definitely married to my college sweetheart, Pastor Ciandre Gosa. I am a social worker. I am a motivational speaker. I am first of all, most of all, I'm a child of God. That's first and foremost. I'm an encourager, and now I am an author.
This lady, she got it going on, right? Okay, so your journals are geared towards teens. What was the motivation behind that?
So actually, I have one geared towards teens, and the other is geared towards women as a whole in general.
Okay.
And so what motivated me was that when I was given my first journal at 12 years old, and so and I still have it. Down through the years, I've been journaling, getting my thoughts out there, writing the vision and making it plain like the scripture says, and just putting down goals and aspirations. And I felt like now was the time, because of everything that we're experiencing in life as women, as people, was a time for us to really sit down and be able to get out our thoughts, be able to really get out and write the vision and make it plain. And in working in the mental health capacity, journaling is like key. I encourage my clients all the time to journal, because you're able to get out whatever you have in, you got to get it out somehow, some way. So why not put it down on paper?
Well, there goes 2 questions on the list. Okay, so you've gotten here.
Yes.
What's next?
Oh, what's next?
This is big.
Yes.
This is epic. This is a movement.
Yes.
And what better time to do it when we're celebrating women?
Yes, exactly.
What's next for you, Tanisha?
So I don't even know all that God has in store and what's next. I do want to get out and get into the community. I do want to get into the schools. And I do want to get into different women's groups to spread these journals. I don't know, a tour might be next.
See, that's what I'm talking about. A whole tour. This is amazing.
Yes.
Can you imagine TD Jakes, Sarah Jakes now, giving you a call and saying, I've seen your journals.
Wow.
We want you to come.
Wow.
What's your response?
When? I'm coming. Because I'm at a point in a season in my life where I'm just stepping out. I'm like Abraham. I'm just stepping out. I don't know where, I don't know how. Even the fact of being here in Delaware, how I got here was an Abraham experience, because I didn't know anybody here. I didn't have, any family here or anything. So I came out here for school by myself, and look what I've gained in the last 16 years. So I'm just remember what he did for me when I left from Jersey to come here. I'm remembering that even as I go forward in this next journey in my life.
2 inspirations. Who were 2 inspirations in your life?
2 inspirations. One is definitely my husband. My husband, hands down, we're young. You're a young couple, and my husband has been there for me whatever it is that I envision or want to do, he is wholeheartedly there for me, encouraging me, pushing me. He always tells me, if God is in it, then go forth and be great.
My God.
And then the other inspiration is on yesterday we funeralized our great grandmother, my husband's great grandmother and my great grandmother-in-law. And so in honor of her, she is my inspiration because she raised 8 kids by herself and was a trooper even throughout her illness and her sickness. So she's another inspiration. And I actually gave her she's on the front of my journal. And I gave it to her 2 weeks before she passed away.
Wow.
And so we had her actual journal set up here at the book signing today.
How long did it take this journey to get started and really get out there?
I had the vision back in, I would say like 2018 maybe. And so I, thought about it, put it down, thought about it, put it down. And so it really took off, I would say, last year. So it took me about a year to really say, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is what God has given me to birth. Yes.
Well, you wanted to say something? No, you're. Oh, okay. One celebrity, if they got their hands on your journal, who would you want to have their hands on your journal?
Come on, Oprah.
Come on,
Oprah. Come on.
I think my son prophesied that.
Come on and get it. Yes.
We are so excited and so honored to be in your presence. We hail you queen for this month, Black History Month. You are a trailblazer.
Amen.
And we are so proud of what you've done. You opened up a box for so many young women and women to get out.
Yes.
The top is off right here.
It's off.
The top comes off here. I believe that there's going to be a movement in this church alone, just for the people that have gotten these journals, lives are going to be changed.
Amen.
Because your heart is so sweet and so pure.
Yes.
And the anointing that rests on you guys' life and the love that you have for God's people.
Amen.
I'm saying this from a conscientious observer from the distance.
Yeah, man.
So we see your fruit.
Amen.
This is evidence of your fruit.
Amen.
We can't wait to see what God does next.
Yes.
Did you want to say anything to our listeners before we close?
I would encourage your listeners to get out there and, like Nike said, just do it. Whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals are, go after it. You don't have to have everything all together. You don't have to have all the I's dotted and the T's crossed. As long as God is in it, He's going to make sure that you have everything that you need. So go forth and be great, because greatness is in you.
And is there any contact information that you want the listeners to know where they can reach you?
Absolutely. So I have Facebook, and you can find me at Tonisha Gosa on Facebook. Also, Instagram is Mrs. Tonisha Gosa. And also I have TikTok, it's T Gosa. And then you can reach me by email, it's tonishagosa@gmail.com.
My God, you guys heard it here yourself. Women's Month, we're celebrating this beautiful woman of God, her king sitting next to her. We honor you to the highest of highs. May the Lord continue to bless your ministry. May He catapult you.
Yes.
Oprah, we looking for we coming for you.
Yes.
She get these in your hand, get these in your book club.
Yes.
Because we coming for you, Oprah. God bless you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Minister, Pastor, Elder. We appreciate y'all. May God continue to bless you.
Thank you.
And continue to drag and pull and take y'all to the lowest of lows. People that don't know God.
Yes.
Get their hands on these journals.
Yes.
Well, we're going to help you make sure they get them. Especially the people in the hood.
Yes.
Because we're from the hood.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I come to you from That's Me Faith, from God's Ordinary People Outreach Ministries, also from At the Well Blog Talk Radio Show. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you
God
so
bless you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Curtis Blow. I just want to shout out the United Coalition for Humanity. It's all about love. Loveism. Love is the most powerful, universal force that there is. Love is so powerful, it can take an enemy and transform him into becoming your best friend. That's words from Martin Luther King. Love is powerful. Let's show the love to humanity.
I realize a lot of us 30 and 40 years old haven't been willing to get our feet wet yet. Haven't been willing to step out of the boat and just see if we keep our eyes on our prize, will we be able to stay afloat? We have not even stepped out of the boat to get our feet wet yet. Somebody turn to your neighbor and say, this nigga don't know me. How the fuck he know what's going on in my house? Making every reason and excuse why not to leap. Oh, but there's so many things down there that I could fall on. What if I don't even land on my feet? What if I fall on my face? What if I can't get back up? All valid facts. But what if you can? What if your genius has been sending you the friends that you've been asking for, but you've been pushing them away because they're not like the type of people that you used to? Or they don't make you feel the way you used to? Or they're just different, they weird. But that's the friend that you might need. How many times do you need to be reminded of something that you love before you go get it? Well, let me guess. The kids, the house, the bills, the job, the family members, all while you refuse to chase your dream. While you refuse to be who you are. I don't know how they're going to look at me. They're not going to accept me. They're going to turn their nose up at me. They're not going to make me feel good. Fear. It'll get you every time. It will get you every time. Fear will get you every time. There was a dude in the Bible, when he stepped out on the boat, he was good. All the way until he took his eyes off the prize. I can't jump right now. There's so many things down there. I could fall on my face. What's your prize? Go get your feet wet. Go make mistakes. Go fall. I want you to know that it's not too late. And it never will be too late. I believe what you do most is what you do best. And if I wanted to go into the NBA right now, if that was something I wanted to do, I could do it. Because I believe that. And I think if I work hard, if I dribble every day, if I play ball every day, I can go into the NBA. So can you. That's very difficult. The chances are slim. Will it happen? Probably not. But can it? Of course it can. Of course it can. And that's the powerful part about it, that it can. Stephen Pressfield. Resistance is coming to kill you. Peace.
Outside of the Noah Can series, I do create mental health content. We have some meditations. We also have a book called My Feelings Family. We created that book to explore different feelings and to let people know, or specifically for kids, to let them know what the actual feelings are and that it is okay for you to feel those particular feelings. But we create a dialogue with each of the characters that you'll be able to identify, what the feeling is, because the sentence that accompanies the picture is like a twofold, where you actually see what the feeling looked like, but there are also some of the things that you would say or experience when you are, feeling that emotion, so that you're able to recognize it.
Hi, I'm impatient, but wouldn't you be too if you had to wait this long to be introduced?
Learning about your feelings and how you're feeling, just being aware of what you're feeling is important, so that you're able to identify different coping skills and, different mechanisms and techniques to help you address a specific feeling, opposed to just walking around with it and not knowing that you are, having this moment. My name is Yasmin Beeks, and I'm a licensed social worker, a mom, and the creator of the Noah Can series.
What's up, guys? It's Mindful Manny, and this is your Mindful Minute. Here's part 2 of self-sabotage in the workplace. Now I got a cool new job that I really enjoy, and my career was taking off. There was only one thing that bothered me a lot. I felt I wasn't paid enough compared to how much value I contributed. I was becoming really good at what I was doing, but the payment didn't go up. For months and months, it bothered me and I did nothing. I was only doing self-torture, asking myself, what if I hear no as a response to my pay raise request? After a few months, I got a new, better offer at a different job. Because I was valuable to the firm, the manager immediately offered to pay me more if I stayed. I complained that I was unsatisfied with the payment anyway, and that I was determined to leave. Afterwards, on my last day, we had a very honest talk, and what he said to me shocked me quite a lot. He said I could have easily gotten paid twice as much or even more if I would have just asked. He was waiting for me to ask and negotiate a little bit, and it was a big surprise that I never did, especially considering how ambitious I was in general. Well, remember my complex relationship with my money? It was a big internal conflict. I felt I deserved a higher payment and not at the same time. Rather than doing something, I was focusing on my internal conflict and self-torture, complete self-sabotage. We hope this video helps you heal. Thanks for watching Overtime TV. And for more videos just like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others. I am grateful for the gifts that I receive from others. My heart holds gratitude towards others, myself, and the greater good. I am open to receive the love I give. I release hurt through compassion, kindness, and thankfulness. I am grateful for my health. I rejoice in the way things are. I am grateful for the gifts I receive from others.